Hey, what's up guys? On this video we are going to talk about basic data type. We're gonna go through like a pretty much basic type on the Go programming language. So let's start with integers. So I just grab an example from here. So let's say for integer we can define an integer with different types. Let's say we can say integer or integer 8-bit 16 or 32 or 64. So this is if we just say like an int here, so the program gonna decide it for us, like is it gonna be 32 or 64 based on the operation system. So and we define int here and the int 32. They are different types, although they are all integer, but they are different types. So in order to add them to sum them together, we need to convert the int 32 to int, and in order we can sum them together. Okay, that's integer, and then move to float point. Float. Also, float has like 32 or 64, and same as integer if they are different types, 32 and 64. And if you want to add them together, you need to like convert the type to same type in order to sum them together. And like for float 32, that can store like for 6 to 7 digital numbers, and the other one that's gonna around 15. I think it's around 15 or 16. That's around 15 here. Okay, so we have covered integer and the float, and then let's move on to complex number. We don't actually use that often on our projects. That is like mainly if you're gonna use that in the like a computer graphic and like science math, you're gonna use that more. On this video we are not gonna, we just like need to know there's a complex, and we can do like to define there's two types like complex 64 and 128-bit. Okay, and Boolean, that's very familiar if you have any programming experience. So for Boolean we can say, let's say assign it like true and false, and then we have some like logic operation. If you have any experience of the other programming language, you're probably very familiar with this. And this is and, this is or, this is not. Okay, and then let's move to string. So we got string literals. So for define a string, so we can use like a backtick, and then we can use double quotes. If we use backtick, we can use that to do that with the multiple line. It's like a like string template, and normally we define that with the backtick, unless you want it to be like multiple lines. Okay, let's move on to next, Unicode. Okay, so the presentation of the text is in Unicode, so that means we can use many different languages, like Chinese here. We can use like any other language, because that has been like stored in the Unicode, the code point. And so and it's like presented by Unicode, but it's stored by on UTF-8. So let me just, so if we're gonna iterate the string here, So it's gonna print out here like a H, E, and etc. like this. Like this. Yeah, pretty much like this. It's gonna iterate each one, and cause that's like Unicode in it, so you're gonna see that. But it's stored in the memory. It's installed in UTF-8. And next, move on to next one. Next one, we're gonna convert between the slice, like a string, and the byte slice. So let's say we have a string called hello assigned to s, and we convert that to byte slice, and it's gonna print here out that that's the like a code point from Unicode, and we can like reverse convert that back to string. We use the method called string, and we then assign that to s2. Then we can print it out. That's the like conversion between string and the byte slice. And then let's move on to next. That's the conversion between string and numbers. Let's say example here. We have a string, and we use the package called that's the built-in package from Go. That's the string conversion, and we use the method called a to I. That's the I believe it says like to integer. So basically that's the to integer. That's the method that gonna convert the string to integer. So we can print out, that's the print out of integer, and we can reverse that back. We can reverse that back with the, and they're gonna print it out with the string. And we see if we print it out, gonna see the double quote. That's the without double quote. That's the number. That's the string here. And the constants. Next one, I'm gonna constants. Let's say, so the constant, the difference between constants and the variable. The constants is like it gonna be compiled on the build time. For the like if you're having a variable, so like it gonna be like it gonna be compiled on the running time. So if that's possible, it's better to assign the value to const. So it gonna compile on build times, which make the program more faster. And next one, I'm gonna move to the const generation iota. Let's say here, comment out. So iota, let's say if we got an iota that has to be in the const, we define a const here, and we use the equal sign and the iota. So it automatically assigns the number start from 0 to the value assign the value 0 to the const, and it's doing like a incremental the number to the const. So if we gonna print it out, it's gonna be like 0, 1, 1 and 2. It's like if you're familiar with like TypeScript, we got enum. It's pretty much similar. Okay, and the next one, let's move to untyped constant. So if we have an example like this, the constant. So we define the constant, but we didn't assign the like a type or anything, and so we just give it like a number, and here give it a string. But although we don't tell like tell explicitly tell the type, but like the program can work it out by default. If you see this is a number, by default it's gonna assign an integer here, and in here it's gonna like default it's gonna apply the string type to this. Okay, that's pretty much for the basic data type. Next week, I'm gonna make a video for compound data type. Okay, that's it for this week. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you on next week. Bye for now.